Hello, so I am expecting an update to be coming out pretty soon for Btd6, and what that usually means is that I don't really want to post more Chimps guides, or especially Chimps guides on harder maps, because they will basically be broken within a few days if something gets nerfed in them. So right now, I'm just going to make a few random videos that are not specifically Chimps guides, so that everything will be all good. So this video that I'm making today is basically showing some neat things that you may not have known about the game, and as you can see, I just pulled up the time and it's 7:57 a.m. and as you can see on the clock right where the ninja monkey came out, you can see that that clock shows the time, and it's also the time that the Monkeyopolis shows. So those two clocks will show you your in-game time, which is really cool. And as you can see, also there's a bunch of little monkeys that can jump out on the home screen if you tap on certain areas, like the statue and on the clock. The next cool thing that you may not know is that if you go into settings, you can hit extra, and there's all of these little modifiers that you can click. You get these through achievements, and they're kind of fun to play with, but I usually don't turn them off. They'll make all your monkeys big and small. You get them through achievements, and I do have some guides on my channel to get these achievements, but you can pretty much find them anywhere else. And also, on the note of achievements, something really cool about them is that they actually put a bunch of references in. So as you can see, the Chunky Monkeys one is a reference to Moto from Madagascar, and there's also a reference to Thanos. There are a few more in the game, but I don't really have time to explain them all. The next one is the secret language that they have. As you can see before, I showed a screenshot of the secret language, and you can find these letters all throughout, from Bazaar to Geared. You can see them all around, and then they're also on Adore's Temple, along with a few other maps. It's kind of hard to see on Adore's Temple, but when we do the transformation that I'll show you next with the Vengeful True Sun God, you can see it more clearly. Going on to the Vengeful True Sun God. Most people know what this is. You get by doing the full temple and the 2 tier 5s around, but some people don't know that if you do this with a level 20 Adora, you get a secret Adora skin. You can do that for the VTSG and the TSG, but also if you do that on the map Adore's Temple, you get this really cool map transformation. You also get a map transformation on Lotus Island, but it's not as cool. The berries just become black. That's really all that happens. But as you can see for this one, it's really cool. You get this whole dark purple and black feel to it. And then there's also the change for Adora, and she gets different projectiles. The next one is pretty interesting, and this one is one that I bet a lot of people won't know. So the damage that you get, specifically the damage from the tier 3 and the tier 4 alch buff, are actually the same. It's +1 damage. So as you can see, with the Berserker Brew and with the stronger stimulant, the Start Monkey will be turning yellows into blues. Now, the difference between these two alchs is something that a lot of people get confused about, and usually how it works is that you get a little bit more range, a little bit more attack speed, but the big thing that's different is that you get a lot more uptime on the projectiles. So now the next one is one that I've actually learned pretty recently, which is pretty surprising because this is like a weird mechanic, so I bet a lot of people don't know this either. It might be a bug, but as you can see, when I sacrifice a 1 farm to the Monkeyopolis, let round 1 pass 3.9k, and then I'm going to do that, and afterwards I get a 004 village next to it, so it gets a buff, and you will see it does have the buff icon that's saying it will get 15% more income, but it's making the same amount of money. So you actually can make the Monkeyopolis get the 15% income buff, but in order to do that, you have to sacrifice the banana farms while you have a second monkey city up, which is really weird. And as you can see, when I do this, we still keep it up, but we got it up before, and now we actually make the 414 per box instead of 390, so we'll be getting extra money. So from now on, I'm definitely going to be doing this because it does make a ton of money, and it's definitely worth doing. And then the last one I have here is one that I've seen a few people get pretty confused about, and that's the intel. So the thing about intel is that the intel only applies for the tower that's in the range. So as you can see, if this boomerang does not have camo, even though the submarine has camo detection, it will not reach the camo balloons because the boomerang does not, and it only applies for the range and the properties of the monkey that it's seen. But if it's in the sub range and the sub does have camo, then yes, it will shoot camo. And that is that. This last one is a pretty niche one, but it actually might be very helpful in your Chimps games. So basically, the thing about this is that if you freeze a Moab with the snowstorm ability, the damage type of frozen stays on the Moab even after you use the ability and it got frozen. So basically, to show you this, we have a perma-spike pile, and we're going to use the snowstorm ability right before the Moab comes in, and no matter how big it is, it will eat the entire thing. And if you aren't careful, you will die to Chimps with this, and it's pretty annoying when it does happen, so just watch out for it. And the last one that I have, I think I said the last one was the last one, but I'm pretty sure this one is the last one. You can stack damage buffs with the total transformation to make super powerful cookie monsters, which is really fun because you can do this in Chimps. So as you can see, we have these druids, and because when the total transformation goes off, it remembers that, hey, that tower is a druid. So look, you can still stack the Populus buffs, and he does get the Heart of Vengeance buffs. So as you can see, this guy's gonna get like 17k pops, and then when we do that with just dart monkeys, we only get 7k. So you get way more damage when using the total transformation with the druids. And this also works with ninjas. It used to work with dart monkeys, but that got patched out because it was kind of a little too strong, but these still work, and it's a really fun way to use the total transformation effectively in Chimps mode. And that is that. There are a lot more interesting things about this game that most everyone probably does not know, but just for the sake of time, that's all I'm sharing. Let me know if there are any interesting things that you know about this game that others or me may not know about. And to end it off, here is a fun barrel roll, I guess. Bye. Also, this really cool bird came to say hi to me, so this was a good day, I guess. Now, bye.